In this video, I'm going to show you step by step on how to change the engine air filter in this 2013 Chrysler 200 V6. Now, depending on where you live, whether it's a gravel road, the country, or in the city, will depend on if you need to change your air filter more often. If you live on a long gravel road, you might want to change it a little more often than if you drive a lot on the highway or in the city. I generally recommend you change this air filter every year or every 25,000 miles. Link in the description below on how to buy this air filter off Amazon. Now, I do recommend you use not an expensive air filter because they just get woven a little tighter and it restricts airflow. Yes, it does filter more out, but you're going to need to change those more often and they're going to cost you a lot more money. Use a cheaper brand air filter. It's going to give you more airflow and change it more often, and that's going to be more beneficial for your engine. First thing we need to do is pull the hood release and open up the hood. Open up your hood and secure the hood prop rod. You need to locate the air box, which is right here. It's going to be on the driver's side of the car. And you'll see the air box has a hose here coming out of it. There's one over there. Now, to remove the air box, we really just need to lift it up and angle it enough to pull the filter out. You're going to have 4 Phillips head screws. You can just use a Phillips head screwdriver, and you're going to turn your screws counterclockwise. Now, these screws aren't going to come out, so don't try to pull them out. You just want to get them loose enough to lift up the air box. So now with all the screws loose, you just lift up from this side, and you can pull the old filter right out. But you don't want to end there. There's all kinds of stuff, debris, dirt. There's going to be bugs inside that air box. So what we're going to do is get a vacuum cleaner, and we're just going to go down inside the air box and vacuum all that stuff out. As you can see down inside the air box, there's all kinds of stuff from trees, bugs, dirt, gravel. We'll get a vacuum cleaner in there and suck all that out next. Now, before you install your new filter, just take a look at the one you pulled out and make sure that it's the exact same size. You don't want to throw this old one away before you put your new one in there. For some reason, maybe someone sent you the wrong part. You just want to look it all over, make sure it's the same size so we don't have any issues. The airbox cover, this will slide right in there. And you just want to make sure that it's not hung up on any corners. Now, you just want to make sure also that these screws don't get hung up on the corners of that new filter as well. You can push your air box down just a little bit by hand, and you want to feel all around it that there's really no gaps. If something is hung up, this is going to be up on one side or another, and you'll feel a gap under here. So I've got it pushed down. I'm feeling all around. There's no gaps. All we got to do now is tighten it back up. This down, push down on the top of the air box with one hand and tighten up the screws with the other hand. And you don't need these super tight. Once you turn them down and they start to get snug, all you need to do is go about a quarter of a half turn past snug. Now we can go ahead and close up the hood. Take your car for a test drive. Now, for some reason you have that air box crooked or you didn't seal it up all the way, it may be drawing in too much air and it may throw a check engine light. So go ahead, drive your car around for about 10 minutes and just keep an eye on the dash. If the check engine light comes on, bring it back home and check to make sure that the air box is sealed up correctly. If not, then you're good to go. This project is complete. Congratulate yourself for not having to take it to a dealership or one of those fly-by-night oil change places that always force you to change your air filters. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.